welcome to the podcast, Sunday podcast even, where today we are joined by virtualVenom.
Hey, what up?
People may be a bit weirded out by the fact that this is my video, because he is using the camera. The video will be sent to me. I edit it using SHAREfactory. I'll try.
Yeah, you'll try to use the SHAREfactory and stuff.
Yeah. I guess we should get on with our first questions.
Yeah.
When did you join Rec Room?
I joined Rec Room like before it got released. I think it was like way before, like 3 years ago. And back when we had an old rec center and stuff like that. And we had like, back in the day we had like these things. We didn't have hands, we had like these little devices you had to switch to teleport back and forth, and it was really annoying. Luckily we don't have to use that anymore. Now we can walk.
I mean, I joined mid 2019 when everything like the rec center we have today was just starting.
Yeah.
The mirror was in a completely different spot, and really everything was just kind of a bit different.
Yeah.
Then it's been obviously receiving more graphical updates, more like kind of upgrades to the game, and now it's how it is. Like probably how we've got the little like writing down there. We didn't have that.
Yeah, we didn't.
I think we didn't even have cylinders until a while ago.
Until back in the day, a long time ago.
There'll be kids playing Rec Room in like 2070, and they'll be like, and we'll be going like,
they'll be like back in my day.
Yeah. We'll be like, back in my day on that game, we only had a certain amount of things.
Back in my day, we didn't get the chance to buy tokens.
Because our parents never let us buy any. And now it's just like, I don't think Rec Room will be around forever. I think there will be more things.
Yeah.
I think there will definitely be like more kind of things like this, but well, we don't know if that will be a case, obviously, with coronavirus. And make sure to wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Hand sanitizer.
Wear a mask. Wear gloves outside. Stay in self-quarantine.
I was tempted to make a mask, costume, and some gloves for this occasion. Actually, just like literally just sit there with gloves and like a mask.
That's why we're this far away from each other. I think if COVID-19 wasn't a thing, I think people would still be going on their own lives. I think multiple of the rooms that have already been built have been built now. Wouldn't have been built if it wasn't for, or would have been built later if it wasn't for. Actually, if it wasn't for COVID-19, I wouldn't be making Rec Room videos right now, to be honest. Because I was too busy with like school and stuff. But now I got enough time. I was like, okay, let's just work on a video. Then I found your clan, the Hellhounds. I found that one, and I joined it. Then I did some videos, and actually it was like really good. Then I'm like, okay, I guess I found a sweet spot over here. So I just started making videos, stuff like that. And also the latest video on me and Coco May Traders Requiem.
Okay, cool. No. I think Wolf has done an amazing job bringing up weapons. If you ever sees it, unlikely. But Wolf has done an amazing job bringing them up. Obviously, we've had a few people getting banned due to the fact that they have not been listening, or listening to orders. They have been really just ruining things.
Yes.
But there will be a time where we do get a good set of recruits that will listen and will do what we're told. I mean, I was recruited by Dragon, and we literally, him and Bid taught me about the basics, and then we were in the first base for a while. Did you ever come actually to the first base?
I think so. I was before I found you guys, I was looking for a group of people to film with, because it was very difficult back in the day to film, and I found this one guy, King Melon, who used to be part of the clan, and he saw what I was trying to do and stuff like that, so he was like, yo, you should recommend this guy to Wolf. I'm like, okay, what's the clan called? I'm like, and he's like, it's called the Hellhounds. I'm like, okay, this will be interesting. So I joined the Discord call with Wolf, and then I thought, to be honest, I thought it was gonna be like he was gonna be a bit younger and stuff like that. And then he comes and he's like, yo, what up? And I'm like, hi. So we started discussing. That was
my reaction.
Yeah, and then he told me about his ideas, and we talked about social life, stuff like that. And then I talked about my ideas of the videos and stuff like that. He really enjoyed it, so he's like, okay, you can use our members to make videos, and that's how I met you and everyone. And then ever since my video got featured on the board last time, our latest one, the Mob Psycho one, it's been getting a lot of views lately, and I started to spread around, and you guys were alliance with Death Watch, so I was like, and David wanted to talk to me about my videos also, and then I was like, yeah, let's go. So I see, like, I want to spread awareness for like everyone and stuff like that, and like this is not really done before. I wouldn't say it's because there might be a channel that actually does this, but like channels that like edit very hardly, and like they make these trailer videos, because back in the day I used to use only like my PSVR, and I crap.
What do you think they could do for this game?
They've done a lot of things in this game for a while now. They added AI, new costumes, new clothes. They even added headphones. Like, only dumb people would buy headphones. Like.
Yeah. Do you think they could maybe add the streaming cam to
I think
PlayStation?
They will like add. Yeah, they should. But like the problem is, like a PC. The technical thing about the stream camera is that it will mirror. It will send the footage to your monitor, and the audio to your monitor also. And then you need like a software to record the audio and footage, like OBS, stuff like that. And that's how I usually record stuff like that. But PlayStation doesn't do that. It just saves by itself. But I think they should find a way to do that. And if they do find a way of fixing that issue, then there will be a lot more video creators and a lot more potential in like Rec Room's video creation community.
What I was thinking as in like you'd record the video and then it'd be like, do you want sound on or off? Because obviously it record. I'm guessing it records sound automatically. You can just have the option to turn it on and off.
Yes, I think that'd be a cool feature also.
It kind of then like, then after that it's like where you want to share it to, gallery or SHAREfactory. When you send it to the SHAREfactory, your application will be saved and closed.
Yeah.
And it will send you to SHAREfactory, and that's where you start editing it.
Yeah. And the thing is,
Yes.
I'm thinking of like, because that'll be a lot of not just technical difficulties, but marketing difficulties with PlayStation, Sony's product. You know, they're really serious with their products and services, and they might ask like Rec Room to charge a stream camera for a person to add this feature, and then it won't be really fair for anyone.
I mean, the PSVR 2 is supposed to be coming out alongside the PlayStation 5, so who knows what that's going to end up bringing with it. Apparently it's supposed to have joysticks instead of the little silly little touchpads.
You mean like joysticks like the Rift S?
Yeah. Because there have been a lot of complaints of like, hey, can you add it like this? Because like, obviously having to point your hand in the direction you want to go is really hard. Like, say you're backing away from a bunch of goblins that come into your way, and you don't want to have your hand back like that and using one hand to hit them with the sword. You want to be able to move back and be constantly hitting them with the swords. You don't want to just be constantly like have one hand back or one hand forward, like doing this all the time.
Yeah, it's gonna be a bit like straining for your hands.
It does get like that way, because you're constantly moving your wrist. Because you don't want to be constantly moving your arm around, because then you end up hitting someone.
Yeah, and the thing about PlayStation VR is all of their games are really expensive. Like, if you get
Arizona Sunshine's been reduced to £10. That's why the whole clan's got it.
Yeah. If you like, I already have Arizona Sunshine because it was already like $15 for me, and like for like PC. And the thing about like PC games and like PS4 games, like PC games will be like way cheaper than like PS4 games. Alright, stop the console wars in the comments right now. Stop. I know you're gonna send hate to the consoles. Don't.
Yeah. My sister actually was like, hey, you know that Xbox and PlayStation 5 war is still going on. Me, my mum and my dad just face palmed, and it was just like, why? It's so sad. Like,
if you like your Xbox or you like your PS4 or you like your PC, you don't need to send hate to another community. It's fine. I used to play on PS4 with my friends, and then I do videos on like PC, and I play VR on PC. That's what's the problem?
I play on PlayStation, or quite happily play on an Xbox. I used to play on Xbox 360 for a long time, until it died, until I killed it. I was the one who did it.
I did it.
I'll go out and admit that. I'll admit it. I killed my Xbox.
You got the red circle of death?
I know it just stopped working one day, it just wouldn't turn on. One morning I came down, I was like, oh, I'm going to play on the Xbox. Press button, nothing happened. Check connections, nothing happened. I even tried pressing it on the controller instead, nothing happened. I asked my mum about it. Dead. And do you know what I'd played the previous day?
What?
The biggest game I had on there, right, was Farming Simulator 15, which took up 2 gigabytes. That killed my game. That literally, my game.
Yeah, it must be crazy. Like, one thing I really hate also, like, is like these like saying like, oh, your game's bad because this game's better. I don't like you. Like, it's just so stupid. I'm like, listen, if you like your Fortnite, if you like your Call of Duty, then don't start hating on the community unless there's an actual perfect reason. Like, for example, I do not like Call of Duty that much because of its microtransaction. Like, have you seen the weapons in Black Ops 4? If you purchase a $20 pack of points and you go to the black market, you will get a 99% chance of getting an OP weapon. There's literally a machine gun that one-shots you. It's crazy.
There's things like EA is just like, I'm not hating on anyone who likes EA. I'm not even hating on EA itself. EA puts a lot of microtransactions into their games. I mean, with Anthem, they made the first 2 expansions free. I don't play Anthem anymore after it just got boring. And the loading speed.
Anthem deserves to be. It's not the community's fault. It was actually, I think, because of all the marketing they paid for, they couldn't spend enough. They spent it too much on advertising and marketing than actually working on the game. For example, No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky before, when it was released, was literally the worst hated game ever on that day. But then, you know what the devs did? They're like, you know, screw it. I'm gonna go make this game better and better until it actually gets good. And now
they made it VR.
So, yeah, they made it VR also. They literally
I played it.
They literally checked everything off the bucket where they were supposed to fix. And
yeah,
that's
now
what
like
Anthem didn't do.
I have happy memories of flying through the sky,
Yeah.
on the planet, with going really quickly with my spaceship, trying not to crash it into rocks, which I did on a number of occasions.
Yeah.
Going up to the big space station in VR is amazing. On screen, yeah, it's still amazing. It's quite cool. On VR, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's literally
Like
you get up to it and you're just like,
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, but I have to give respect to Activision's move to release Call of Duty Battle Royale like Warzone for free. I have to give respects to that, because they didn't just make another, like, you know, Blackout or like an old Call of Duty version. I thought that was it was okay back in the day, but like not anymore. But I have to say Warzone really stepped it up with its own mechanics, trying to, because Blackout was too scared of making its own Call of Duty version. But Warzone had no limits. They added cars, helicopters, classes, loadouts, snipers.
Yeah, I have to say I have like literally rage quit from many matches
Yes.
because of snipers literally camping in like little corners.
Yeah.
I mean, on Blackout there was one occasion it was last two people, me, one person and another person. The last person I just mentioned was camping on a rock with a sniper. He was just sitting there really waiting for someone to move out, and he knew our locations as well, which was funny because then the circle was not in my favour, it was on his favour. So both of me and the other guy started moving towards the circle, which was me basically moving us towards the sniper. Sniper lost sight of us for a bit, and then he gained sight of us. He sniped me first, which killed me instantly even though I was on full health. So he basically just took me out completely.
That's crazy. I mean, like, Call of Duty, I played a few games with Wolf and Wolfette, like, Wolf was like a soldier in that game, man. It's crazy. Like, I usually get this close to winning with him, and like, you have to get a lot of skill in that game, or you can just camp in the corner, and that's two ways of winning the game.
I mean, I had one area I landed there every time, no matter how far away it was. I had to jump, which was at the very top left of the map, where the couple of modern houses that are there. There's a quad bike there that always spawns, and sometimes good or bad loot, depending on how lucky you are. And I'd either loot the buildings, kill whoever's there, drive off next buildings.
Yeah, sounds about right. Like, the thing about Call of Duty, you have to like know where you're going, because if you go there more often, you get to strategize and think, okay, they're gonna be here, and then there's gonna be people there, so what should I do? That's basically the idea of the game, and also out-strategizing your enemies. Yeah, and also I have to give respect, even though people are gonna hate me for this, I have to give respect to Fortnite for its instant marketing skills, and I never seen in my life a crossover with a rapper, Marvel, Disney, and
Star Wars
at the same time. That is crazy. And also another rapper, like two rappers, Travis Scott and
Marshmallow's a DJ.
Major
Lazer. Yeah, Major Lazer and both of them were. I went to the Marshmallow event. It was really good actually. A lot of people win there actually. Peter was just like first ever content.
Yeah.
DJ thing or music festival in Rec Room, everyone went, like literally I knew a lot of the songs already because I'd already listened to a lot of them.
Yeah.
And me and my mates in the party were just singing along. We sounded pretty much, I think all of us asked our parents how we sounded, and all our parents said we sounded dreadful. Literally, we all just singing like, I'm so alone. And it's just
So
like,
you're like, I'm so alone.
well, yeah, we were pretty much like motion, like it was like, I think it was like two of us who were still squeaky, and two of us who literally like kind of like cracking every now and then, and it was just like I was in the cracking out every now and then. My voice deepened pretty quickly actually when I became 12. Actually, one thing I should say, happy birthday Minecraft,
Oh yeah.
because it is actually their 11th birthday.
Oh yeah. I remember. I remember when Minecraft was a big thing on like, and whoever, if you remember this game, you are a legend. Remember the Minecraft Pocket Edition? Pocket Edition.
And so that
right?
again, you
Minecraft Pocket Edition. That was.
I do. I did have multiple friends who did play it.
Like
I played on the Xbox 360 for a while.
Cause all my mates were like playing on their PS3. I'm playing Minecraft on their PS3, and I couldn't afford it, so we just got the Pocket Edition. So I just started playing Minecraft on my phone. It's pretty.
I think what Rec Room should do is they should do another big event like Raw Data.
Yeah.
That was
Oh,
mad.
yeah,
Raw Data event.
I remember that. I remember when Raw Data was like really famous, and it just released, and people who got the game got this like the special skin. Like got to wear a special skin of one of the characters in the game. I played Raw Data on my PSVR. It was such a good game. I remember you just beat up robots and stuff like that.
I think they should I think they should try and get in contact with maybe Brian May, Roger Taylor, or the other one.
Yeah.
John Deacon. They should try and get in contact with one of them and ask if they can do a contest, maybe. And do a contest with them, for like Queen.
Oh yeah.
I think that would be.
That would be pretty.
I think that'd be amazing, because I mean, it would literally brighten up so many people's days. It would be amazing. I would definitely go to it. I even if it was 1 AM, I'd forget about it. I'd go.
Yeah.
Sleeping scheduled? No, I want to see this.
No. And also one thing also, it's pretty difficult like for my time zone to like. I feel bad for all the people, including me, for those people that are stuck in their own time zones and they can't participate in these classes like makeup classes, filming classes. It's so annoying because like you want to join the class, but it's like 12 midnight. Like literally. And I'm like, oh.
I tried getting into the main, like the bit, kind of the bigger makeup pen class. I tried getting into gadget class, but at the time when I tried that, they only had EST, so I was a bit upset because their class was literally about an hour had gone split, and I was a bit upset about that. Then I went to terrain class, which is ran by the BD or Evan Rec Room, Swagmuffin or Evan Rec Room. They had CEST there, so I did that for a while, graduated, actually, hang on. I graduated, and then moved on to another class, Learn to Animate, ran by Megashot. That was amazing. I've graduated from there as well, and now I'm here. That's pretty much where it's led up to.
Like, now when I started filming Rec Room videos at the start of quarantine, because I just got on a plane, and I just flew back home immediately and got my stuff and I'm just chilling there in self-quarantine, and I'm like, you know what, I should just make a video. And then I made the video with like sweat and tears. And then like a week later, I get a comment from Harry Manlegs. And then he commented and he's like, "Great video, good job everyone." And I'm like, "Oh my god, it's Harry Manlegs!"
Actually, funny thing, I think it's one of his older streams. He has actually been to this exact dorm how it is today, aside from this podcast room. This was originally an art room. I think you may have seen it every now and then. But this was originally an art room. I changed this into the podcast when I got the idea recently. This is, so, I showed him around, we got to see everything that was, there. I already had, a friend in there at the time, who we were just messing around, and we were about to start being like really silly and playing like really like silly music and all that. Just messing about, and he joined, and I kind of just literally, what I just spawned in, I kind of just like lowered it under the ground and just lowered it really far under and waited until he had gone and made sure I didn't edit anything with my maker pen. And then when he was gone, I literally just went move, and it literally just came hello.
Hello, that must be crazy.
I'm
like
speaking of your Mob Psycho video, actually, when we did mention that. Hang on a second, it's loading. It's now got 696 views.
Yeah, that's crazy.
696. We just need to get it an extra. We just need to get an extra 9 on there.
Shut up.
Obviously, we got the recent Traitor's Requiem.
Yes, very recent.
I had a lot of fun doing the bits I did do. Sorry,
yeah.
I wasn't there.
No, it was
Multiple
fine.
of them.
I loved it.
I was literally up to my eyeballs in like what homeschool and doing jobs around the house. But I did make sure I made up Mob Psycho. I only did a few because I was just genuinely like really busy as well. So I made up for it in the 100 subscribers special because I knew it meant a lot to you. So I was just like taking. I was playing like jobs. Like jobs.
Yeah.
100 subscriber video.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than have to do some dusting.
Yeah.
But you're doing well. I will obviously. I'll try and help make up for being a little bit like absent on the other videos with the next one.
Yeah.
That one where you were mentioning about it actually.
Yeah.
Earlier, just before. Yeah, about 12 o'clock today. We were talking about it, and then I went off and played Destiny.
Yes.
And me and my friend got really angry at doing this one strike. It's really hard to do.
Which one?
So, arms dealer.
Oh, that one's difficult. Yeah, I remember that one.
That is just like it basically is just it shouldn't be called arms dealer. It could be called headache maker.
Yes.
It just gave me a massive headache because I kept playing over and over again. Because obviously it was one of the nightfalls, so it kind of we decided to just do the regular strike. So we just did the regular strike, but even then we were struggling. We got in there, we all knew what realized what it eventually was, and just got a bit like
yeah.
Yeet.
Alright.
Yeet.
So basically, I'm thinking of another video. We were thinking of making a because it's anniversary on June, so I was thinking of making a video for Rec Room for its 4-year anniversary.
I do actually have made my float. I just haven't decided to announce it until a couple of days. I am going to be announcing it on Instagram.
Yeah.
The link will be in the description to my Instagram if people want to go have a look. Link will be to his channel will also be in there, so you can go check out his videos. Make sure you definitely go down to that description, because every time I have seemed to have mentioned it, no one's done it. People are like gonna be like, I don't want to. But seriously, go check, guys. guys, this is probably not going to get many views. It's probably going to get like quite low. Speaking of my channel, actually, there's one video that has surpassed 100 views, and do you know what caused that to happen?
What was?
Some kid screaming as he's being chased up by Siren Head.
Oh, the one we did that one
Forest and Siren Head. Forest of Siren Head. Hang on, I think it's still here. Might need to type this up.
Should we transfer across
For the Forest of Siren Head, made by Bumboy.
Yeah.
So, I'm not going to mention his thing because I don't, or her, I'm not sure. It may say Bumboy, I'm not sure.
Same gender here.
Yeah, it's 2020. I shouldn't be doing that. But if you want to look for the room, it's Forest of Siren Head without any spaces. The description is: this is a room where there are 5 people, and you need to prove your existence of Siren Head. Prove the existence of Siren Head. Keep in mind that this is a beta, so there will be bugs. Do you know what they should do?
What?
They should make a thing called 096, basically.
Oh yeah,
or basically, they need to make it so the blinking system obviously is the thing made by Chewbacca.
Yeah.
I think that's how you say it. Yeah. If how I say it, I'm sorry. The blinking system that they did was amazing. Obviously, I feel like I've experienced it in many different games, but one thing that like they should try and do is to try and make a look at thing. So like when it catches, basically it's this thing that when it's looking at it moving around, there's a trigger zone attached to it.
Yeah.
And when that trigger zone is triggered, it'll obviously cause the shy guy to become shy. So he will start like getting ready to start screaming, right? And that's obviously, but when he starts getting into that moment of screaming, that's the time you run. But running never helps. I learned actually. I always thought running, if he can't see you, you're good.
Yeah.
Until I watched the short film on YouTube. I'm putting the name of it. But it's called 09. It's 096 basically. It's this. There's also a short movie called 096, which is truly amazing. Basically, there's a photograph, right, of a guy looking over at an old abandoned farm, but inside the old farm was Siren Head. No, not Siren Head. 096.
Yeah.
And just like he took up 4 pixels, so it caused basically, it still caused it, and it was still enough to trigger a big problem. So 096 suddenly busted out his cage, and 2 guys who were just outside, who were patrolling outside, saw his face. They suddenly came 0961-1. Basically, that's the victim. You can't escape him unless you literally fly to another country. Pretty much. If he decides to suddenly start running on water, we have a bit of a problem. Because then he ends up in France. It'd be even worse. He ended up in the UK.
Yeah.
Either we'd start throwing crumpets at him. I'm allowed to say that. I'm British. Or we'd wait for him to come, and then when he comes, we just pour a big barrel of tea on him.
Yeah.
That might work. What?
You're gonna get
obviously
a lot of
there's
angry
loads.
British comments right now.
Oh, I am. I so am. I think we've already made enough said enough things on here to literally trigger about 500 people.
Yep.
Literally, I think we could trigger the world by. You could just trigger the entire universe by saying one thing.
Yes.
Do you know that might be? You could trigger a bunch of people by saying God doesn't exist. So, and people just start. One thing that also doesn't make sense. One thing that doesn't make sense in this game is the hands.
Oh yeah, they look like Lego hands.
They look like they're. But the thing is, How many fingers do we have?
I think we have
Do we
two.
have...
But
I think we have...
I think we have three because if you point your finger, that
Yeah.
reveals another one.
Yeah, and look. Are these just our fingers? They just were too lazy to... I mean, if they ever decided to suddenly separate our fingers, I think that could potentially scar me for life.
Yeah.
That would freak me out. That would freak me out. I'll give you an option to have realistic hands. But then, like, if they suddenly introduced it to index users... Twiddle twiddle.
Oh,
Twiddled. Okay.
like, cause we already have an idea of the anniversary video. I have a clip.
How? How did I get it from?
Yeah, so basically, so we have a music, we have a bit of music for the video. The idea is still being made. It'll be, I think we're gonna try to release it at, like, in the anniversary of Rec Room.
I have a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
Did you make sure to put audio on?
It's on, yeah.
Just imagine having to do all of this over again just because you forgot to put the audio on. That'd be true.
That's why my hand doesn't appear. Like, it means that I'm looking at the monitor on the PC.
Okay, yeah. So
I have a virtual desktop, so.
I am so tempted either just to figure like stuff on the Oculus Rift S, Oculus Quest, but then after my friend said was like because he's recently just started being a bit special, and it was just like there's no point in getting it. It's not even as good as the PlayStation VR. So I think if I ever do get a PC, I'll then save up for a Rift S.
If you wanna go cheap, you gotta go with the. I wouldn't recommend the Quest. I would recommend the Rift S because it's like more, like you can plug it in. You might have like, trust me, like the worst thing that could happen to you is that you have technical difficulties with your VR headset. I spent 2 months trying to figure out how my VR headset works.
I managed to get this working within a night. I mean, I have multiple friends who didn't even dare touch it until someone told them how to fix it or how to work it even. And I was just like, you serious? You just got to read the instructions.
Yeah.
People may notice I just said destructions there. That's what my family says. Instead, in instructions, we say destructions.
Yeah.
Even if it is the destructions.
Destructions.
Yes.
That's good. So I'm going to show you the audio we'll be using in our video. You ready?
Go ahead. Yeah, I hope we don't get copyrighted for this.
Me too, buddy. Me too. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Don't worry, you can edit this out.
You are lagging like crazy.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
You're really laggy.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You're
No,
you
I'm not.
jittering around the place. You're like free going. Well, I have just been told that it is literally 10 to 4. For you, it'd be 10 to 6. Isn't it?
It's actually 6 p.m.
You are laggy.
Don't worry about it.
So, thanks for tuning into the podcast.